You've gotten a kick out of this once or twice that I've really been trying everything to get someone.
I do mean everything. You have pulled out all the stops.
I've really wanted people to request John Prine Christmas tune on the show. I've been on bended knee saying things like, hey, if you have a request for a Christmas song you'd like to hear
like
that
John
was written
Prine.
And recorded by John Prine, please send it in. I have had
It paid off.
Yeah, I have had a few takers. Other people who wrote in to say they also love the late, great poet, folk, country, Americana singer-songwriter John Prine. But more importantly, people have been saying you have to get down to Bragg Creek, where there's this store that when you pull open the door, you're just about guaranteed to hear some John Prine. So that store in Bragg Creek is called Turkey and Pistols, inspired by John Prine's Christmas classic, Christmas in Prison. I stopped by the shop to gab about John Prine and to find a way to wedge that tune onto the show this morning.
My name is Rob Sawchuk. I'm a Métis artist out in Bragg Creek, Alberta, and we're standing in Turkey and Pistols, my retail store, where I sell records and my own custom apparel that I make in my home in Redwood Meadows.
And we're looking at the Prine wall.
The Prine wall, I was made aware that I'm known as the John Prine store where you can get a great John Prine record, so I feel a duty to always have a lot of Prine records on the wall.
The name Turkey and Pistols, I mean, I note the tune that that name comes from, but how'd you land on that as the name for your shop?
Well, I was in the marketing world for lots of years, and I found myself in a creative director role where I wasn't as creative as I used to be, and I was watching Instagram become this thing that was very powerful for people to have their own little hobby shop. So I wanted to try this own little experiment of my own hobby shop, get creative again, and do more hands-on stuff. So I thought, what if I make a little sign shop and I do little wood-carved signs? And I was looking for a name for this company and this project so I could start this little hobby shop on Instagram. And I was driving to work one day and I heard Christmas in Prison came on. And he said, Turkey and Pistols carved out of wood. And I wanted to make wood-carved signs. And I thought, this is brilliant, this is it. So I talk about John Prine all day.
I love John Prine. And when you talk about the moments in your life where you're trying to reach in and find your creativity, like he could be the patron saint of creativity in a way.
Oh, absolutely. All their biggest stars in the world talk about John Prine.
You're an ambassador for John Prine. That's how I heard about you. I was telling somebody I love John Prine. They go, you got to go to Rob's shop.
Yeah, it's weird. I've met people from all over the world that love him from all ages, right? I've met 20-year-olds like that use In Spite of Ourselves as their wedding song, and I've had people come in here and tell me how they've met him 5 times. And they're, much older than I am. And we look at each other like we're talking about our old uncle. I never intended this to be me standing around talking about him every single day, but I proudly will accept that honor,
Can you tell me a little bit about the backstory of if you're open to it, this side hustle and, your partner and her health? And
this is all about really taking care of family, and this is a side hustle that came out of necessity. My wife has MS and has had it for pretty much as long as I've known her. But I had to take 3 months off of work with no pay. And for the first time ever in my creative director role, I found myself worried about money because I had put all my side hustles aside to focus on my corporate career and taking care of my wife. And when I didn't have a lot of money, that was really upsetting and scary. And I said, we need some sort of passive income to make this ends meet when these things happen again. So this has grown as an opportunity, but she's 6 minutes down the road. So that's necessity of, if she needs me, I can be there right now. I come here, and this is how I'm going to hopefully pay the mortgage and put food on the table with my own creativity and my imagination and my risk of having a store to sell my goods to people.
John Prine would be proud. I want to say, what do I know?
I hope so. You know, I think he would think this is a pretty cool thing. I think he'd find a real kick out of it that there's a guy standing around in Canada talking about him all day.
The door just cranked open and there's people here. Go do your thing.
Come on in.
We're going to play the song Christmas in Prison. What do you love about this track?
It's a Christmas song, but it isn't a Christmas song. But I heard him say one day it's about being in the wrong relationship at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's what I hear, and it is longing. And Christmas is lots of things, but for some people it's a time of longing.
Absolutely, and when I sing it, I picture myself being someone in prison and literally thinking about home and parents and family, and you know, you may know some stories and may have some relatives or something that are in a situation like that, so you can picture it. But it's also such a beautiful, kooky John Prine song that's just cool.
Just cool. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. And like I said, let everyone know how beautiful Bragg Creek is, and there's cool, creative people out here. There's a guitar player around every corner, and someone writing a song somewhere right now. So, and I'm standing around waiting to talk with John Prine. And hopefully you'll buy a shirt as well, and so I can keep the lights on.
It was Christmas in prison, and the food was real good. We had turkey and pistols carved out of wood. And I dream of her always, even when I don't dream. Her name's on my tongue, and her blood's in my strength. Wait a while, eternity. Oh, my nature's got nothing on me. Come to me, run to me, come to me now. We're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing by God. She reminds me of a chess game with someone I admire, or a picnic in the rain after a prairie fire. Her heart is as big as this whole goddamn jail, and she's sweeter than saccharin at a drugstore sale. Wait a while, eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on me. Come to me, run to me, come to me now. We're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing by God. The searchlight in the big yard swings round with the gun, and spotlights, snowflakes like the dust in the sun. It's Christmas in prison, there'll be music tonight. I'll probably get homesick, I'll love you, good night. Wait a while, eternity. Oh, Mother Nature's got nothing on me. Come to me, run to me, come to me now. We're rolling, my sweetheart, we're flowing by God.
That was John Prine's Christmas in Prison. And before that, you heard my chat with Rob Sawchuk at his Bragg Creek shop, Turkey and Pistols.
I wish everyone could see how joyful you are that you finally got to hear John Prine. Christmas in Prison right here on this show.
I want to say it wasn't even about me. I'm doing that for the people.
It was 100% about you.
You're not buying it. Well, it was a real pleasure to hang out with Rob. And, what an amazing gig he has.
Right?
He's running a store, and that's, he wants to keep the lights on and be serve his family and all that.
But it's about more than that, right?
It's about, and then he has accidentally become this guy who spends 20 minutes every day chatting about John Prine with people.
Right?
Yeah, it's a real treat to get down there and hang with him. So anyway,
it brought me joy to see your joy.
In
That's
public
what I'm
service
going to say.
Of myself and other John Prine fans.